guys? Johnny here with Team Legit. I'm out here at the field. We're not at our normal flying field. We're over at the Rose Bowl Park because I wanted a big open space to do what we're doing today. Just getting here right now. It's kind of early in the morning. Nice beautiful day here in Southern California. I don't think we have any other kind of weather out here. Actually we do. We have two weathers. It's either beautiful or cold. And 95% of the time it's just beautiful. So I'm pulling up here at the Rose Bowl, and I'm going to go down and try to find a path between all these walkers. You got all the mommy walkers come out here, walk around the Rose Bowl. I'm using my new RunCam 2 HD. I'm really liking this camera a lot. It seems to be performing extremely well. And this is the only camera that I've ever felt confident enough to fly through. So I'm actually flying my aircraft today through the RunCam. I don't recommend you guys do this with any kind of racing quads or high-speed aircrafts or things in proximity. The only aircrafts that I would do this on would be like a cruiser or like something you're going to go long range with, and you have stabilizer on it. You have return to home if you get into a jam. So today we're kind of excited, pulling up here. We got Mr. Ian. He's not at work because he's here. We're going to do the Maiden on this aircraft.
Who are we? Where are we? What are we doing and why?
I'm lost, scared, a little bit confused, and I don't know why we're here. What's up guys, Johnny here with Team Legit. Today is the day of reckoning. Today is the day we put this very expensive piece of foam into the air. Now I say very expensive because this foam is not like any other foam that I've ever seen. It's molded EPP and it's worth every single penny. I've taken my time on this build and I've gone through with all the little details and paid attention to everything, and I think I've got it dialed in, and I think I'm very confident about this Maiden that we're here to do today. Real quick, I wanted to go over a couple things. First couple things that are don'ts that I would change if I did it again. If you're gonna paint any kind of bright colors on this gray aircraft, I would throw down a coat of white spray paint or a very light colored primer. The reason for that is my orange it looks great on camera, I'm assuming, and it looks great in person, but it doesn't have that pop. And I should have took Chris's advice with painting whatever I was going to paint with a light color of white underneath it. What that does is it covers up any of the dark spots. The other thing that I would have done different would be when I'm laminating the elevons, a couple spots I left the iron on just a second too long and they got a little bit dark. These are very minor imperfections. However, being a perfectionist, I wish I would have taken a little more time on those. Other than that, I've done a pretty good job putting this together. The instructions that I found were very easy, very thorough, and no surprises. The only surprise that I did find is when I mixed the white glue with the Gorilla Glue. Man, that stuff is potent. It just instantly foams up and becomes this blob of mess. So after my first application, I learned the correct ratios and I toned it down a little bit. After that, everything went smoothly. It is a learning process building an aircraft this thorough. Another thing that I did is when you build something this expensive, or when you build something this gorgeous or just this important, go with quality stuff. Go with stuff that you guys would spend that extra dollar on. Don't cheap out. I mean, you spent a lot of money to get this high quality aircraft. Don't cheap out on the electronics. You wouldn't want to have a failure for any reason. So we've gone with the high-tech digital servos. I'm actually using my own Team Legit Secret Sauce motor. This is a 550 kV motor and it spins a 12x6 prop because I wanted to run 6S. Chris's power system that he recommends is ample and it's more than sufficient, and it's actually really efficient. However, you know, we like to change things up a little bit. Another thing that I'm doing a little bit different on the long range cruiser is I've got the RunCam HD2 camera on it. I'm gonna actually be piloting the aircraft through this camera. This is the first HD camera that I've ever felt confident enough to fly through. And what I simply did is took one of our really heavy duty sticky rubber Team Legit straps, and I carved out a nice hole here for the camera to sit in, and then I've cut out a little channel for my video gear to plug into, and this guy fits in here nice and tight. Even with the strap off, it's not going anywhere. And then I put a little additional piece of Velcro, because this Velcro is just a little bit longer. So I'll pull it tight, make sure it gets a nice grip, and then stick it on the aircraft. Let me tell you a little bit about what I've got inside. As you can see, it's got a lot of room to put all your electronics. It's got a lot of room to put all your gear. I'm going to be running a 10,000 milliamp 6S. This is a little bit overkill for the Maiden, but why not? I've got my camera wire in the little channel here, and I hot glued it down. Moving on into the components bay, I've got my Vector OSD tucked away nice and neat, and the plug I actually carved out to make the Vector hide away in there so you don't get a lot of wires. I don't like spaghetti monsters, so I've gone ahead and used a nice pasta bowl to get rid of all the spaghetti monsters. I'm running a Castle 50 Amp Esc. I know guys might be thinking that's a little bit too small and it's underrated. My aircraft power system pulls 42 amps at wide open throttle. So, and that was at a burst. So I know cruising, I'm not going to be running wide open throttle the whole time. So I know that that 50 amp Esc is going to give me nice leeway. For my control gear, I'm running a Dragon Link copter receiver, and I've got it taped, double-sided taped actually to the door here, so I can access the USB port, and it fits nice and compact in there. I've got my GPS in here. I have not installed my airspeed sensor, but that's coming. One thing that I did do is I ran servo extensions from my Vector into the side saddles. That way I never have to access this compartment. When I'm attaching my wings to my aircraft, I just simply make the connections in this small side saddle. So when I'm transporting, I only need to open this door and this door. Speaking about opening those doors, actually I'll get into that in just a quick second. So on the other side, I've got my Fat Shark 250 milliwatt, 1.3 gigahertz VTX, and I've had pretty good luck with that. I've been out about 6 miles with the Yagi antenna, and that's pretty impressive for 250 milliwatt. A quick note that I wanted to show you guys is these door locks, these little door nuts that hold the doors in place. They tend to fall out of the coroplast pretty easy, so what I've done is just added some tiny little rubber bands to the end of them, and that keeps them in the door so they don't fall out. And lastly, the last little mod that I did was I do trust Chris's ingenuity with the Velcroing the aircraft wings together. However, I like to have that a little bit extra security. So again, what I've done is I've taken the Team Legit straps, and I've actually gooped and glued them into each one of the wings. So if the wings are attached, all I have to do is put it through the loop and actually pull it nice and tight and lock it down. This will still act as a give, so if I do come down in that extreme landing, it will still give, but not as much with those high G turns as just the simple Velcro. And one last note, I am using the upgraded carbon fiber control rods from Ritewing. We do have these available in the store as well. I just wanted to have that additional strength in my elevons. I wanted to have the nice control surfaces so they move nice and flush. All right guys, enough talk. Let's get this aircraft into the air. All right guys, here goes nothing. Maiden of a $300 aircraft. Nervous?
I'm nervous.
Why? I'm not.
Good.
It needs quite a bit more, it feels nose heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like Jeff's assessment of the CG. So I'm gonna go ahead and, because when I let it go, it dips.
You want to land it?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring it in, and I'm going to change out the CG a little bit. This is throttle off. I'm going to use the full runway. And that brake, we need to add a little bit more to it.
Yeah.
So I added quite a bit of trim up. So I'm going to go ahead and do a sub trim to pull the elevators up, and then I'm also going to pull the battery back. How did it launch?
It was easy from my perspective.
No, I mean like for you, like how was the throw?
Not hard. Wait, did you move that backwards?
I did, but the problem is I didn't put a lot of Velcro in there.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to go with the 8000 since that one can be adjusted a little bit more. This is 2D hold. Wow, looks like it's doing its job pretty well. That looks really stable.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm giving it very, very little baby input. And when I let it go, it snaps right back. I think I need to incorporate the trims a little bit. It's dropping just a tad. All right, let's do hold. This is 2D with hold.
It does look cool. Is it like loiter?
No, it will loiter. I haven't activated loiter yet. This is just 2D with hold.
Let me know if you want the sunglasses.
Coming in hot.
Oh, there we go.
You need to add some extra.
Are you still bouncing?
No, I'm doing that. This motor prop combo is not meant for high speeds, but it looks, look at that. Wow.
It's doing okay. You know, we can check the log after. We can see how much power it's pulling.
All right, let's not do too much stuff today. I'm gonna bring it in.
Runway is clear, but yeah, just do a slow pass.
Doesn't mind slowing down at all, that's for sure.
I like that a lot.
One thing I do like too is that when I did power on, it didn't want to climb or dive. All right, let's bring her in. We'll do some tuning. We'll check some stuff. We'll get some video stuff going. Gosh, I'm not even going 30 miles per hour, maybe 35. I don't know, it looks slower than that, doesn't it?
It is. Well, I think the bigger it is, the slower it looks, but that does look nice
Runway's
and comfy. You got a clear runway?
All right, here we go. Final approach. Throttle is off. Letting the autopilot do its thing. Giving a little bit of sync just to keep that. Look at that. Wow. That is a pretty smooth aircraft, Chris. Alright guys, we just got done flying the Drak by Ritewing. What an incredible aircraft. This thing flies amazing. I haven't had any bad characteristics yet. I did notice though when you do slow down quite a bit and it's getting close to stall, it hunts just a little bit, and that could also be my CG. I did find that I had to move the battery back a little bit further than the recommended CG of 1.5 inches. So I'm at about 1 1/4, which isn't a big deal, and I'm running an 8,000 milliamp. Overall, this is a great aircraft. It's made of really high quality EPP. We did bring it down a little bit rough a couple times, and it took it no problem. There's no dings, there's no dents, there's no foam chipping off or anything like that. But overall, like I said, guys, this is a great aircraft. If you haven't got one of these yet, I strongly suggest you get one of these in your long-range arsenal. For those guys who want to carry a heavy payload and do those long-range flights, this guy will do it, and it'll do it fast. I want to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more Ritewing stuff, goodness. We're going to try to bring you guys the mini Drak. But if you guys haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, don't forget to click the subscribe button below to stay up to date with the latest and greatest. You know we get everything first. With Team Legit, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching, guys. Power on. Oh, no, I'll do it.
Yeah, nice February morning.
Yeah. What is it, like 80 already?
It's at least.